Today we have a quick overview of the REI Pack-Away 24 soft-sided cooler, and I got this particular one on sale for $37 at REI. This particular color, the beige, was on discount. The regular price was $49.99, and I'm just going to check this out and see what it's all about. All right, so one of the nice things about this particular soft-sided cooler is that it can be used just like this in a rectangular format, or you can undo these tabs on the side over here and make it more into a tote bag kind of cooler. So I'm just going to undo these really quickly just to show how that looks. Okay, so here we have it laid out in the tote bag format, and I got this particular one with the plans probably to just keep it in the car and use it for grocery store trips to keep stuff cold if I have to maybe stop somewhere else or something like that. So I figure for the price, it's worth a shot. And again, this is the 24 can size. I think they actually have different sizes, but for 37 bucks, I thought it was a pretty good deal. So I'm going to go ahead and put it back into the rectangular format here. All right, so I have it back in the rectangular format here, and I just want to point out that it has some carry straps here to carry it like this, and it also does come with a shoulder strap, which you can use to carry it over your shoulder and padded, so it's pretty nice. That was inside the cooler, and also inside the cooler was this cooler tips card. We have a warm 85 to 90 degree day here in the Northeast, and I'm just going to give this a quick test by throwing a bunch of beverages that I have from the refrigerator right into here. So I'm just going to go ahead and toss those in here. I got some water bottles and some juices and some Snapples. I'm just going to chuck those all in there, and I'm going to throw in a couple of generic blue ice packs. And I'm going to zip her up, and I'll check back later in the day. I'm just going to kind of tuck these around in here, move them around so it's kind of mixed up a little bit, and I'm going to zip her up, and yeah, we'll check it out later in the day and see how it's going. All right, so it's been about 6 or 7 hours now, and this cooler was in the car for numerous hours. Opened it up several times to put some groceries in it and take them out when I got home. And so I'm going to check in and see, how the ice packs and the beverages that I put in earlier are doing. So here we go. All right, you know what? The ice pack hasn't even melted, and it was a pretty warm day today. So I'm just going to set that aside, and yeah, so the beverages are just nice and ice cold, just like when I took them out of the fridge, maybe even colder. The ice packs are still frozen solid, and so I had all these bottles in here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and plus the ice pack, 8. We got 8 plus the ice packs, and so overall I would say this was a good first test. I'm going to do a follow-up test of this using just some regular ice to see how it does with that. So that was the first test, and again, it was a warm 85 to 90 degree day today, and it performed very well. I think it's going to come in handy as far as keeping it in the car for grocery trips and that type of thing. And again, I'm going to follow up with some regular ice maybe tomorrow. All right, so this is the follow-up test of the REI Pack-Away 24 soft-sided cooler, and I have it in the tote bag format here, and I'm just going to throw a bunch of drinks in there, and we're going to try out some ice this time. So let me throw in some bottles here. We got about 10 or 11 bottles in there. I'm just going to dump some ice over the top of it. And it's not nearly as hot and sunny today, 75 degrees, but I'm going to use it all day and see how it turns out. See if it leaks, see if it still keeps cold, that type of stuff. So just going to give it a little bit of a shake there so we got everything mixed up pretty good. And yeah, it's really only half full. I could definitely fill that up some more if I wanted to. And but I'm going to test it out with this and see how it turns out. We'll check back later. All right, it's about 9 hours later, and I'm going to open up the cooler here and see how we made out with the ice cubes and the beverages. So here we go. All right, so looks like there's a fair amount of ice still left in there, and as I mentioned, it was about 75 degrees today, so it wasn't like a blazing hot day. But I did have it out and about in the car for a little while, and in my apartment, and it was generally pretty warm. So, all in all, it did pretty well. Everything's ice cold, and we still have a nice layer of ice water and ice down here, and that's after 9 hours. And I'm also happy to report that there really wasn't any leakage. There was a little bit of soaking through here, but I had it on the floor, and it wasn't wet underneath or anything like that. All right, so all in all, I'm going to call it a successful test of this soft-sided cooler, and thanks for watching. Remember to hit the thumbs up if you liked the video. Remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to receive notifications. Thanks a lot, and have a great day.